Right, gentlemen, today we'll talk about the types of intelligence. Though it looks to be very simple game, till now we know about IQ, EQ. That's what we are talking about, intelligence quotient and emotional quotient. That is what the normal. And suddenly they came back into what they call it PQ and SQ. That is people have been talking about it. But lately, even the definition of intelligence has changed. And today they are talking about 13 types of intelligence, 13 types of intelligence. And they are all the intelligence affect us into day-to-day activities in some form or the other, some form or the other. And these 13 are called, we call intelligence quotient, emotional quotient, social quotient, adversity quotient, financial quotient, nutrition quotient, positive quotient, spiritual quotient, experience quotient, digital quotient, vision quotient, creative intelligence, and technical and ethical competencies. These are the, though till now we have also been talking, the physical quotient is also part of it, but they have seem to have included into the nutrition quotient itself. It is there is another talk of what called physical quotient. Why physical quotient? Unless you are fit, physically fit, mentally fit, you will not be able to do anything. If you are sick, can you take examination? You won't be able to take examination. If you are sick, you won't be able to study, you won't be able to concentrate. So that's the fundamental. So that particular part is partly included in the what we call nutrition quotient, so that you take nutritious food so that it keeps you healthy and gets protected. Okay, let's start with the first and foremost. IQ is a very very well-known subject, and there's the first one of the tests which is conducted in SSB. That they get IQ test, and this IQ test till now in our SSB technique, it covers up what called the verbal test, verbal IQ test, and non-verbal test. Earlier there used to be two separate booklets for verbal, non-verbal, and combined together. But now there are two tests, and it's a combined of IQ as verbal and non-verbal tests. A combined. That is what is happening around here. That is what is the change has occurred. So your IQ is simply number of representatives. This IQ varies from it's a number. Anything above 100, below 100, 130 and plus, there is one way of identifying. They are supposed to 140 plus are supposed geniuses, 115 to 30 they are supposed to normal people on there, which should be available. 100 that is average, and below that it becomes a below average. That's what it is. So we'll not talk about IQ. What is the number? So it's simply a number. Now, according to many, there are no studies. Children who score higher in IQ test will, on an average, will naturally do better in life, isn't it? Because their IQ test, their IQ intelligence is higher, they would be able to do better in academic achievement, and probably they would be doing financial, economic success, because they can use their intelligence to earn a lot of money. Now, since they have intelligence, they will also have some sort of better health consciousness. They know exactly if they fall sick, they will not be able to earn money, or they won't be able to do their studies properly. So their life health will also be better. Okay. IQ test does, it comes mostly from things like, it does not test what was social and emotional intelligence. Why social? You may be a very intelligent person, yeah, you fine, but you are not in a position to interact with the people in and around. You're not able to interact with the people in and around. Is it or not? He may be, because he says, he thinks if I spend time on doing something else, probably I'll be missing on my own studies. So number of numbers or the marks which I'm going to get is going to get less. Okay. But the problem is, life is not only passing an examination. IQ test or intelligence only takes you out number you have. So if you get good marks, it will only take you to the interview. Or probably you may get a first break. But the success in life does not depend upon intelligence. Success in life depends upon other type of intelligence. We call it social intelligence, emotional intelligence. So many things are there. Okay. So let's say, so this is what we call IQ. Next comes emotional intelligence. So First was related to head. That is the head, that is neocortex. Neocortex, we got a brain. Second is related to heart. You can call empathy. Goleman, this particular quotient of this emotional quotient phenomena came back in 1990 to 2000. That is the time this particular emotional quotient has become very, very famous. That one person responsible for it was Goleman. He says intelligence, emotional intelligence has got 4 types of intelligence. They got self-awareness, self-management, social awareness, social management. Means what? You should be aware what your strength and what are your weaknesses. That is your self-awareness. And then if I know my strength, I must exploit my strength. And if I know my weaknesses, I must try and improve that. Or I can quarantine those weaknesses in a side corner. As you know, early in the morning, when every house, माँ और बहन क्या करती है? झाड़ू लगाती हैं. क्यों? कचरा जो दिन भर का है उसको हटा के एक कॉर्नर में डाल देते हैं. उसी तरह से if we have got a weaknesses around there, yeah, I may not be in a position to correct it, but I can always keep it aside, quarantine. Okay, let the weakness be in one corner. When you got a viruses, in your computer or other thing, what do? You are using antivirus software, and you are putting those particular thing in one corner. So if we have got it, so we are all humans. We can't afford to have all strength. Oh no, we will have weaknesses. Yes. There is only one person is who said no weakness is called Raja Purushottam Ram, not even Krishna. It's supposed to be Purushottam. Purushottam was only Raja Ram. No one else other than Raja Ram is Purushottam. Because Krishna could afford to use any type of thing. He could afford to kill a person, he will stab a person, kisi se jhoot bhi bolwa dega. All sorts of activities he will keep on doing it. So that is what is supposed to be there. So it means what? So the emotional intelligence is being smart enough to identify, understand, and also manage your emotion. If we all get angry, no problem. Anger is normal phenomena. But when to get angry, how, and to what degree, at what place, at what time, that is what emotional intelligence comes to play. Imagine you are going for your interview and you lose your temper with the interviewing officer. What will happen to you? Okay. That's exactly what is going to happen to you. So this ability means you are smart about feelings. We all know we may not like so many things, but we have to accept that, no, isn't it? Sometimes. So it is about smart about feelings and recognize them as they arise, and interpret the meaning. What does it really means? And regulate your emotion. You must really control. When you get gussa aaya, usko rokna hai. I can't afford to keep abusing people left, right, center. Can I?
Yes, sir.
So that's the problem. So being emotionally intelligent also means you can all see emotions arise in the others. It's not my emotion. That's the empathy, I should the empathy itself. About 3-4 types of empathies are there. First empathy, they can emotional empathy. Emotional empathy means what? I think you are feeling sad. I can't afford to be happy. Right? If you are sad, I'm also sad, isn't it? I'm also human. Secondly, when I look at your face and I find you sad, I must really understand that cognitive empathy. I must understand what is troubling you in your mind. Why is he doing that way? There's something wrong in his house. I should be able to. It means putting yourself in his position, putting yourself in his shoes. Why is he there? Even sometimes your juniors or subordinates or even seniors, they are your father, mother, tells you so many things. But you have to understand what is the circumstance and what she has said. Okay. So now the problem is EQ is different from IQ. And it is the EQ which lets you progress in the hierarchy. IQ allows you to get a break. You can get a break. But you join any organization, you start fighting with the management. Would you ever go up? You won't be able to go up. So IQ can only give a break, intelligence, but in emotional intelligence, If you are not able to manage your friends, then there's a problem. That's a problem. You should be able to manage their feelings and the system. Now, why I'm telling you, IQ was very important in SSV because unless you do well in the IQ test, you will not be screened in, number one. Secondly, if your IQ is not of adequate standard, then what will happen? You will not be able to answer question to the requisite quality that is expected out of you. Okay. Now, emotional quotient comes into what? Emotional quotient means what? When you are interacting with the people in and around. When you are going to GTO task, or 10 of you are trying to do the same task. No, you are not given chance to even go ahead because others are ahead of you. They are giving the point. They will time and they will know, they will shouting at you. Should you also do the head also? So no, that's again, I'm talking specific to SSV. When you're doing group discussion, what happens on there? You may be the only person out of the 10 people around there, and others may be, talking against you. Should I get depressed?
No, sir.
So right, that's the EQ came emotion. I should be able to manage my feeling in a such a way so as to make it productive. Right. So that is what EQ is there. Okay. Next called social quotient. No, you remember we'll just now after we were talking about they call social adaptability is one of the qualities which is being checked in SSB, social adaptability. And social intelligence or social quotient is a part of that. What is that? You should be able to manage your senior, your friends, and your subordinates in the same way. What normally happens? We are not able to do that. When seniors are there, probably I'm I'm bending in front of him. My friends comes, I become a child. And when a juniors comes, I become a tiger. A tiger, isn't it? That's the problem. So social intelligence helps individual build relationship and is important to in various fields. All aspects of life is every time relatedness. The word is related. If you want to perform in life, over and above your personality, you require three more things. What you call autonomy. You should be master of your own destiny, autonomy. Second, you should have competence, some skill sets. Without skill sets, you cannot have to do it. Third, equality is called relatedness. You should be able to maintain good relation with one and all. Can you change your father and mother? No.
No, sir.
He may be bad, he may be good. Have I got any option? Can I change neighbors? Can I change China and Pakistan from our border? We can't do that. So what is we all have to live, coexist together, isn't it? So I have to able to manage these people down there. How many times will I change my house? Once? Twice? It requires money. From where would I get money? If my neighbor is not good, can I change? Can I run away from there? No, I have to live with that. Okay, so it allows the individual to form friendship and alliances, and it assists a person against being taken advantage of. Remember, he is the person in interview. He asks you, tell me the friends in the neighborhood, how to interact with them. Now, since the time is school days till now, who are your friends? Who are your close friends? Why do you call them close friends? So there the questions are being asked. It means you must have the social intelligence. Otherwise, it is of no use. So it means in SSV, you do require this quality. Is it or not? Satyendra, yes, you are the stalwart, yes, isn't it? So this is what you will understand. Yes, so this is being smart enough to keep a close relation with your family, maintain relationship, build social network of connections for business or anything that you want. It is not related to that. So it's the art of being smart with the people. That's simple. Smart with the people. You can't, if you are going to school, I have got no option but to go. So I can't change friends. I can't say the class has got a strength of 30 people. Some people will be good, some people may not be good. What do? I have to manage them. I always maintain it. If I can't afford to maintain a relationship, I should not break it. I should not break the relationship. That is what is called relations. That is called social intelligence. Okay. Next called adversity quotient. Imagine what is this happening. Adversity quotient. What does it mean? Adversity is the ability to face situations. And every situation has got a problem. Every situation has got a problem. And in order to you have got a need. And you cannot afford to have all the resources available at your disposal. You will have certain obstacles. Suppose you want to study, you don't have money. You want to go to you want to get best of the coaching institution, which requires probably lot of money. Your father may not be in a position to give that money. What does he do? So it means in order to satisfy your needs, there will be obstacles. And obstacles are nothing but situation. That is the problem. So I must learn how to overcome these obstacles. I keep on giving an example. Obstacles are like river. It keeps flowing. And if a stone comes in between, what does the river do? Either circumvents that, or engulfs it, or stops it. There are only 3 options available. If it stops it, so the river becomes a pond. Is it? Or dam? Is it or not? So the obstacles will come. We must learn how to solve that problem. So SSB is nothing but problem-solving capabilities. Either you take a psychological test where you have to write a story, you have to create a problem, and you have to solve it. Situation reaction, there's some small situations are given, and you have to solve it. In GTO tasks, you have to discuss. That's a problem. In GTO, there are progress, there are certain tasks. It's again a problem. In interview, it's a problem. You start. What is the problem? You have to show what you are. How have you done? What are your plans? Our future. How did you interact? So again, it is simply the SSB, nothing but a problem solving, the check of problem solving capabilities. That is what is it, a check of personality. And who will solve the problem? Who has got a personality, who can take the adversity on the face of it and try and solve it. So a person with a good adversity quotient will be able to effectively face down the obstacles consistently, not once. एक बार नहीं, लगातार. इसी की कहानी आपको 12 बार, आप जो TAT होता है 12 कहानी दिया जाता है. प्रोग्रेस 4 प्रॉब्लम दिए जाते हैं. And take advantage opportunity to accomplish their goals. And you cannot time and time wait for none. You have to utilize the time which is available to you. Secondly, adversity quotient is being smart enough to keep going when you have trouble getting through to your goals. It's also called having grit. Grit क्या बोलते हैं? What is grit? Grit is a passion and perseverance for long-term goals. I must set long-term goals. I must set long-term goals. The goals can be short-term. Today, I make a plan, I'll sleep early. That's a short-term goal, isn't it? I'll go and have a sweet. But what will happen tomorrow? I must complete either some syllabus I have to complete or some job I have to complete. That's a short-term goal. Then I have to put long-term goals. So the short-term, long-term goals will have to be handled. That's where grit comes into play. Grit is it a talent? Is it a luck? No. Then what is it? Grit is about having what some research call it a ultimate concern, a goal you care about so much that it organizes and gives meaning to almost everything you do. Means what? Grit means what? You have decided to join, you become an officer. You must put in all your head and heart to become an officer. That's simple. That is what is grit. You must change yourself. You must improve. That is what the grit is. Okay. Next is called financial quotient. You remember in SSB interviewing officer asks you, tell me about the amount of money that you get it, how do you manage it? How do you spend? How do you spend it? Why does he ask me? It is just to check your financial quotient. Correct? Financial intelligence is ability to both build and manage wealth by understanding how money works. Finances are more behavior than intellectual and are mostly about self-control, self-discipline, and consistency of action. Why do I say that? If I have got 10 rupees, I can go and purchase ice cream for 5 rupees, or I can spend 5 rupees for purchasing a book. It's the priority that we give it, isn't it? That is what they say. So it means when I don't purchase ice cream and I purchase a book, I'm sacrificing my own need, own desire, isn't it? Correct? So the financial intelligence means I should be able to invest my money in the best possible manner, which is going to give me result. Okay, so it means it amounts to this self-discipline, consistency of action. Financial literacy understood how to write a budget. Even 10 how should I manage within the limited resources? Create an investment portfolio, what it is, though you're talking about higher level, at our own level, at even a child. Okay, if I know, I should understand what are the capability of my father and mother. How much money can they afford to give it to me? If I don't understand, if I ask him for it, he's either going to beg, borrow, steal. He's going to do something wrong. So I must live within the means. It simply amounts to living within the means and utilizing the money in the best possible manner, which can be done in that circumstances. In that circumstances, every circumstance will change. Okay. Most people are unable to make money in the. So it's not to make you money. It is utilizing, making a plan and investing it or say using that money in a most profitable manner. Most profitable manner. That is what is there. And this is what is the question is being asked in the interviewing officer by the interviewer. Is it not? Satyendra, is it the question out there or not? Okay. Next, nutrition question.
Yes, sir.
Nutrition question is how smart people are there with the food choices. Shivanshi Rai won't like to eat vegetables. That's the problem. So what will happen? She will become fickle, frail, no nutrition. So the problem is now what is given, we must plan and use it so that what is able, so that aim is to remain healthy. People with lower IQ don't understand effects of different types of food and have their health, energy, and mental state. It means I must remain physically fit. And nutrition also involves exercising yourself. If you don't exercise yourself, again, it's part of nutrition, is it or not? Though it is a word is different, but again, it's nutrition, it's type of nutrition. Next, called positive quotient. Positive quotient. Positive intelligence quotient is used to amplify mental ability by focusing on good thoughts and good aspect of events in our life. We get about 20,000 of inputs per day. 20 to 24,000 thoughts keeps coming to our mind. Okay. Just a second, I think is.
So ये Zoom से सर मुझे हटा दिया था, पता नहीं कैसे सर.
कोई बात, don't worry. So now, so the problem is being positive quotient. Positive quotient means what? Positive intelligence quotient is used to amplify mental abilities by focusing on good thoughts and good aspects of event in our life. We keep on getting about 24,000 thoughts per day, minimum 24,000 thoughts per day. And they are fleeting, means they are changing in a fraction of a second. And after that, we'll forget what has come to our mind. My time management guru had told me, best of the thought comes up, just take a piece of paper, note it down when it comes, because it will never come back to you again. To the extent, he says, even if you are going to bathroom, keep a paper and pen aside to you, and even if you are sleeping, keep a paper and pen next to you. Some of the problem for the idea has never come to you, it will probably come back in the night. So just make a remark so that it references what you thought was. So here I'm talking, it's a percent of time the mind is being positive and creating energy by seeing the good in the world. Don't try and we have got attitude of looking at the negative aspect of it. Why to blame others? Even the psychology, when it developed, it was trying to check the negativity in individual's personality. It is only 2000 onward that the positive psychology has come into play. Earlier till 2000, all diagnostics, all psychology which were there just to check out what are the fractures in personality, what are the problems in a person. That's looking at the negative aspect of it. So we must look at the positive aspect of the world in and around. Is a huge factor in allowing you to reach your full potential by not suppressing your own desire and ability to act. जब तक positive thought नहीं आएगा, can I do anything? If I go to examination, I will fail. Why should I go to examination? In any case, I'm going to be failure. Okay. Being a smart enough to stay focused on the positive stops people from being their own worst enemy, because your own enemy. If you go to examination hall, it is going to be very difficult. I can't manage it. You will not be able to manage it. Okay. So
Yes.
so positive mindset has an edge over negative and realism. But positive must be based on some realistic aspect of it. You can't afford to know, I'll reach moon. I can't reach moon. I must say, within the resources and within the environment that is able, I should really plan, this is what is possible, this is not possible. Okay, so that is very positive. It's a positive quicker. Next comes your spiritual quotient. Well, God is again, his supreme man. So we will not talk about it further. I only say that as far as SSB is concerned, will not talk anything about religion. You may be knowing it, but
Yes,
any story that you write it, you will not bring in religion there. You will not bring in religion there. But religion is supreme. Religion is supreme. Without that, all God might is, you will not get the right direction. So we must find, even in services, we have got what we call it, I know, mandir, masjid, and all together, all dharm sthal, sarv dharm sthal bolte hain, and they're all irrespective of the caste, religion. He may be a Christian, he may be Muslim, he will go to mandir. I may be Hindu, I'll go to the masjid. I'll go to the masjid. That is spiritual quotient. And any person, when he moves, it goes to that. There's a pandit, the Maulvi or Krishna will be there to let the talent to say, okay, let the success be come to you. So this enforce. We are very, very spiritual. We may say that we are very, very spiritual, because it all depends upon that God. So this is also very important. So we must spend some time, maybe fraction of a second, minute or day per day, to give thank the God whosoever is there. It is our most fundamental intelligence. It is what we use to develop our capacity, our vision and value. It allows the dream and to strive. It underlines the things we believe in and roll our belief. So this is how this is the spiritual quotient. Next, experience. In personality, there is something called ocean, big five, we call it. O is for open to experience, open to experience. Same thing is called experiential quotient. Now, suppose, यदि मैं बोलता हूँ, you were not tied a knot earlier, तो G2 टास्क में you will not able to यहाँ पर रस्सी को बांध नहीं सकोगे ना, करेक्ट? मैं बोलता हूँ यदि गाय भैंस बकरी को नहीं बांधा है, तो वहां पर रस्सी, बल्ली और पट्टे को नहीं बांध सकते हो आप. So you have to have experience, isn't it? The ability and skill to understand the expectation of people. You have a personal or business relationship and experience. You what? I should keep my eyes and ears open. Is it or not? Eyes and ears? All my senses open. Okay. So now, and that is the experience, and it is not necessary. Every day may be a new day. Every day may be, I must bring my experience of different field into the at the present. And you must act in what the people expect you to do. Knowing what people want from us is crucial for success in life, whether it is our spouse, children, or boss, or customer. See, if you do not know what the interviewing officer is asking for, what the psychologist is asking for, what G2 asks for, would you ever pass? So what we are experiencing experience course, that is the experience. That's called digital course in today's world. This is very, Modi has made this digital course very important now. Even आज के दिन में गांव में जाओगे, एक आदमी जो कि अनपढ़ आदमी था, वो भी गाना सुनता है, वो भी अभी पैसा ट्रांसफर करता है. So that is what digital quotient. We will not talk about it. Next is called vision quotient. Very important. What is your vision of life? Ability to identify current trends and predict future trends accurately by projecting the trajectory of existing trends into the future using facts along with maths. What do you mean? Suppose you're going from, say, from Calcutta to Delhi. You are on a flight. And if a flight has reached, say, Kanpur on the same route, probably you are expecting that I'll reach Delhi in time, isn't it? On the contrary, if it's got deviated, what happens from that? So I have to extrapolate how much time would it take. I must put in corrective measures, isn't it? So I should be able to, just a second. Okay. So what we say, vision. So vision is where you are going to be in life tomorrow. You must, so that is what is there, you must visualize. And until you've got a vision, being smart enough to bridge the gap from where you are currently to where you want to be. Okay, so this is called vision. You must really there. You must know where what we call real self, ideal self. Real self is what you are today. What you are today. Ideal self, what you should ideally have been. So difference between the two gives me the gap. Gives me the gap. So I must fill up those gaps. That is the vision. If I want to become, say, IS officer, I must say why I want to become an IS officer. What are the qualities required to become an IS officer? How do I achieve those qualities? Isn't it? So until you visualize those particular things, you will not be able to imagine. Close your eyes, you will say, where I am going to be there after 10 years hence. And that is properly, that will give you the energy to go into that direction. Next is called creative quotient. Ability to connect, to make connection between existing knowledge and information in a new situation, explore all potential and probable outcome and come up with a brand new ideas. That is creativity. In our term, we call it initiative also. So you must use all your experience to find a solution to the problem, isn't it? That is what is recommended. I must use all my knowledge and experience. High creative intelligence enables people to come up with a consistent new idea that are relevant to a situation, business, or an art. It means what? When you go to progressive group task, it is the idea which matters, isn't it?
Yes, sir.
When you are group discussing, it is the idea which matters. When group planning size, it is the idea which matters. When you answer certain question to the interviewing audience, it is the idea which matters again. When you're writing a story, again, it's the idea which matters. You have seen now, Satyendra would see now we were discussing Anmol. He's not getting idea. He's got stuck on where, how should you go? It means the creativity, imagination. That is what you must imagine. This is what I must use all my experience from past to in the present. Now, next is what called technical and ethical competence. Man, what is technical? They called the three words. They call value, morality, and ethics. Okay. There are three words: value, morality, and ethics. Okay. Value is value is the fundamental. What should be my value? I am principled. That is value is being principled, isn't it? These are the I'll do this way, do this, my values. Value used in a practical sense, what you call morality, what the society expects. Society expects. That's the morality. And morality in action becomes your ethics.
Yes, sir.
There are three words. No, we'll talk it separately. Where I think yesterday we did talk about to Satyendra. No, we talked about value, morality, and ethics, isn't it?
Yes,
so
sir.
These three things are very important now. If you want to pass SSV, these three words are important. Similarly, technical and ethical competencies. Why? Wherever you are, we do expect that you will have requisite technical skill, depending upon age and experience that you got it. And it must be, skill and ability to perform activities to a predefined standard while maintaining the high standard of integrity and independence and integrity. Means what? So means what? You have to be ethical, you have to be moral, you have to have certain values in life. Any doubt